the old lady sitting there. You got about an hour, tops. What's your father do? I know what he does. Sits at the bar every Sunday night going, "Hey, Rose." I want to do a good job. I swear to God, I want to do. What's your first name, kid? What's your first name? Not you, the other dummy. What's your name? Is that your husband? Must be a million laughs on New Year's Eve, huh? Just sits around the house. Rose, where's my hat?